Top 25 L2 Support Interview Questions and Answers. This comprehensive guide presents top L2 support interview questions and answers to help candidates strengthen technical understanding, demonstrate troubleshooting expertise, and confidently succeed in real world. 1. What is the role of an L2 support engineer? L2 support focuses on advanced troubleshooting beyond basic helpdesk tasks. I analyze recurring incidents, review logs, replicate issues, and identify root causes using structured methods. I collaborate with L1 teams by providing clear diagnostics, documented fixes, and knowledge base updates. I escalate only when necessary, including evidence, timelines, and impact analysis. I prioritize incidents based on severity and business impact while maintaining communication with stakeholders. My approach combines technical depth with process discipline, using monitoring tools, scripting, and configuration analysis to resolve complex problems efficiently. This reduces repeat incidents, improves service stability, and builds trust with users and management systems. 2. How do you troubleshoot a production issue? I troubleshoot production issues by following a structured approach. First, I gather accurate symptoms, timelines, and impact details from users and monitoring dashboards. Next, I check recent changes, alerts, and logs to identify correlations. I reproduce the issue in a controlled environment when possible. I isolate variables by testing components independently and validating assumptions with evidence. I use tools like log analyzers, performance monitors, and packet captures to deepen analysis. I document findings, implement a verified fix, and monitor for stability. Finally, I perform a post-incident review to prevent recurrence and continuously improve processes and reliability, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively. 3. How you handle escalations to L3 or vendors. When escalating to L3 or vendors, I ensure the case is complete and actionable. I include a concise problem summary, business impact, severity level, and affected systems. I attach relevant logs, screenshots, error codes, configuration files, and timelines. I list troubleshooting steps already performed and their outcomes to avoid duplication. I propose hypotheses and specific questions to guide advanced analysis. I remain available for joint debugging sessions and promptly test recommended fixes. After resolution, I update documentation and communicate outcomes to stakeholders. This disciplined escalation improves turnaround time, strengthens collaboration, and ensures accountability across teams consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably. 4. How do you handle high-priority incidents? I handle high-priority incidents with calm urgency and clear structure. I acknowledge the incident, assess impact, and set expectations with stakeholders quickly. I follow incident management procedures, assemble the right responders, and establish a communication channel. I focus on rapid stabilization, using temporary workarounds while investigating root cause. I provide frequent, transparent updates with measurable progress. I track actions, decisions, and timeline for later review. After restoration, I conduct a blameless postmortem, identify systemic gaps, and propose preventive improvements. This approach protects customer trust, minimizes downtime, and continuously improves resilience and operational maturity, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably. 5. Why are logs important in troubleshooting? Logs are essential because they provide objective evidence of system behavior. I start by identifying relevant components and log sources, then filter by timestamps around the incident. I search for error patterns, correlation identifiers, and abnormal sequences. I adjust log levels carefully in non-production environments to gather deeper detail. I use structured queries and parsing tools to extract insights quickly. I correlate logs with metrics and traces to confirm hypotheses. I document meaningful entries and share concise excerpts during collaboration. Effective log analysis accelerates root cause identification, supports defensible decisions, and improves long-term observability across platforms and services consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively. 6. What is your approach to configuration management? Configuration management prevents drift and reduces human error. I use version control for infrastructure and application configurations, apply peer review, and maintain clear change histories. I rely on standardized templates, environment-specific variables, and automation to ensure consistency. Before deploying changes, I validate them in staging and use rollback plans. I maintain documentation for dependencies and compatibility requirements. I regularly audit configurations against baselines and compliance standards. This disciplined approach improves reliability, accelerates troubleshooting, and supports repeatable deployments. It also enables faster onboarding, better collaboration, and safer scaling across distributed systems and complex environments, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 7. How do you use monitoring tools in L2 support? Monitoring enables proactive support rather than reactive firefighting. I design dashboards that reflect service-level objectives, key health indicators, and business transactions. I set meaningful thresholds to reduce noise and prevent alert fatigue. I use synthetic checks to validate user journeys and detect failures early. When alerts trigger, I correlate metrics with logs and traces to confirm root cause. I continuously refine monitoring based on incident learnings. Effective monitoring shortens detection time, improves response quality, and provides leadership with trustworthy visibility. It transforms operations into a data-driven practice that protects availability, performance, and customer experience consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 8. How do you prioritize multiple tickets at the same time? I manage multiple tickets by prioritizing based on impact, urgency, and dependencies. I group related issues to address root causes efficiently rather than treating symptoms. I time-box investigations to maintain momentum and provide interim updates. I use task lists and clear notes to avoid context loss when switching. I communicate realistic timelines and negotiate priorities when conflict arises. I leverage automation and templates for repetitive tasks. This structured approach maintains quality under pressure, improves predictability, and ensures stakeholders feel informed. It also helps me deliver consistent outcomes while supporting team goals and service commitments consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 9. How do you document solutions in knowledge articles? I document solutions in clear, reusable formats. Each article includes a problem statement, environment details, symptoms, root cause, and step-by-step resolution. I add screenshots, commands, and validation checks to make procedures easy to follow. I tag content for discoverability and review it regularly for accuracy. I encourage feedback from L1 and peers to improve clarity. Strong documentation reduces repeat incidents, accelerates onboarding, and empowers self-service. It also preserves organizational knowledge and supports auditability. Over time, a healthy knowledge base becomes a strategic asset that improves efficiency and service quality consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 10. How do you handle difficult or frustrated users? I handle difficult users with empathy and professionalism. I listen actively, acknowledge frustration, and restate the issue to confirm understanding. I avoid technical jargon and explain steps in simple terms. I set honest expectations and provide regular updates, even when progress is limited. If delays occur, I explain reasons and offer alternatives. I remain calm, never defensive, and focus on solutions. After resolution, I confirm satisfaction and provide prevention tips when appropriate. This approach builds trust, de-escalates tension, and reinforces perception of reliable support and strong ownership consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 11. What is the difference between L1, L2, and L3 support? L1 support handles basic issues such as password resets, simple configuration questions, and known errors using predefined scripts and knowledge articles. L2 support manages more complex problems that require deeper technical troubleshooting, log analysis, and system understanding. L3 support typically includes developers, architects, or vendors who resolve product defects and design-level issues. As L2, I bridge the gap between user-facing support and engineering teams. I validate incidents, perform root cause analysis, and ensure escalations are high quality. This layered model improves efficiency, reduces unnecessary escalations, and ensures faster resolution across the entire support lifecycle consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 12. How do you perform root cause analysis? I perform root cause analysis using structured methods rather than assumptions. I start by defining the problem clearly and collecting evidence from logs, metrics, alerts, and user reports. I use techniques like the 5 whys, fishbone diagrams, and timeline analysis to identify contributing factors. I validate hypotheses with tests and data before concluding. I separate symptoms from true causes and document findings transparently. After identifying root cause, I recommend preventive actions, such as automation, monitoring improvements, or process changes. This approach reduces repeat incidents, strengthens system reliability, and demonstrates strong ownership and accountability, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 13. What tools have you used for ticket management? I have used ticket management tools such as Jira Service Management, ServiceNow, Zendesk, and Freshservice to track incidents, problems, and requests. I rely on these platforms to prioritize workloads, document troubleshooting steps, and maintain clear communication with users. I use tags, categories, and SLAS to ensure tickets are handled efficiently. I also use dashboards and reports to analyze trends and identify recurring issues. Proper ticket management improves transparency, accountability, and collaboration across teams. It ensures no issue is forgotten. Escalations are justified, and service performance can be measured and continuously improved over time, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 14. How do you ensure compliance with SLAS? I ensure compliance with SLAS by monitoring deadlines and prioritizing tickets based on urgency and impact. I regularly review queues to identify at-risk tickets and take early action. I communicate delays proactively to stakeholders and update timelines when needed. I use automation rules and reminders in ticketing systems to stay on track. I document all actions clearly to maintain transparency. By analyzing SLA reports, I identify process gaps and suggest improvements. Consistently meeting SLAS builds trust with customers, protects business operations, and reflects professionalism. It also encourages disciplined time management and continuous improvement in support delivery, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 15. How do you handle recurring issues? I treat recurring issues as high priority because they indicate deeper systemic problems. I analyze historical ticket data to identify patterns and affected components. I investigate root causes using logs, metrics, and configuration reviews. Once identified, I propose permanent fixes, such as code changes, configuration adjustments, automation, or monitoring improvements. I update knowledge articles so L1 teams can resolve similar issues quickly. I also communicate findings to stakeholders and track effectiveness after implementation. Eliminating recurring issues reduces workload, improves system stability, and enhances user confidence. It demonstrates proactive ownership rather than reactive troubleshooting and supports long-term service excellence, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 16. What is your experience with databases and support? In L2 support, I use databases to investigate performance issues, data inconsistencies, and application errors. I write basic and intermediate SQL queries to validate records, check constraints, and analyze transaction behavior. I review slow query logs and execution plans to identify performance bottlenecks. I understand backup, restore, and replication concepts to support data reliability. I collaborate with database administrators when advanced tuning is required. This knowledge helps me resolve incidents faster and communicate clearly with technical teams. Understanding databases strengthens troubleshooting capabilities and ensures that data-related problems are handled with accuracy, caution, and strong responsibility, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 17. How do you manage changes in production environments? I manage production changes by following formal change management practices. I assess risk, document the change scope, and define validation and rollback plans before implementation. I test changes thoroughly in staging environments and schedule deployments during approved windows. I seek peer reviews for critical changes and ensure stakeholders are informed. During implementation, I monitor systems closely for anomalies. After completion, I confirm stability and update documentation. This disciplined approach minimizes outages, protects business operations, and ensures accountability. Proper change management reflects professionalism and maturity in support roles, balancing agility with safety and long-term reliability, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 18. How do you use automation in L2 support? Automation helps reduce manual effort and human error in L2 support. I use scripts to automate log collection, system health checks, and routine maintenance tasks. I also automate repetitive ticket workflows, such as categorization, assignment, and notifications. Where possible, I create self-healing actions that resolve known issues automatically. Automation frees time for deeper problem-solving and improves response speed. I document and version control scripts to ensure safety and maintainability. Over time, automation improves consistency, scalability, and operational efficiency. It transforms support from reactive troubleshooting into proactive system reliability engineering, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 19. How do you deal with limited information about an issue? When information is limited, I focus on asking structured, targeted questions to gather clarity. I check monitoring dashboards, logs, and recent changes to uncover hidden signals. I attempt to reproduce the issue to understand its behavior. I analyze historical incidents for similar patterns. I communicate openly with users to refine the problem description without making them feel blamed. I document assumptions and validate them with evidence. This methodical approach prevents guesswork and reduces wasted effort. Even with minimal initial data, disciplined investigation often reveals meaningful insights and leads to accurate resolution, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 20. How do you measure your performance as an L2 engineer? I measure performance using both quantitative and qualitative indicators. Key metrics include resolution time, first-time fix rate, SLA compliance, and reduction of recurring incidents. I also value feedback from users, peers, and managers. I review post-incident outcomes to understand what I handled well and what can improve. I track how often my documentation helps others and how frequently my automation saves time. Continuous learning and skill growth are also important measures. Strong performance means delivering reliable outcomes, improving systems over time, and contributing positively to team culture and operational excellence, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 21. How do you handle performance issues in applications? I handle performance issues by first identifying whether the problem originates from the application, infrastructure, or external dependencies. I review monitoring dashboards to analyze CPU, memory, disk, and network usage. I check application logs and performance metrics to identify slow transactions or failures. I compare current behavior with baseline performance to detect anomalies. I use tools such as profilers, query analyzers, and load data when available. After identifying a root cause, I implement optimization steps or escalate with clear evidence. This structured approach ensures performance problems are resolved accurately and sustainably, improving overall stability, user experience, and long-term system reliability, consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 22. How do you ensure security while providing support? I ensure security by strictly following access control policies and least privilege principles. I never share credentials and always use approved authentication methods. I validate user identity before performing sensitive actions. I sanitize logs and screenshots to avoid exposing confidential data. I follow secure change and incident management processes. When I detect suspicious activity, I escalate immediately to the security team. I also stay updated on common vulnerabilities and apply patches according to procedures. This disciplined approach protects organizational data, maintains compliance, and ensures that support activities strengthen security rather than introduce new risks across environments. Consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 23. How do you work with cross-functional teams? I work effectively with cross-functional teams by communicating clearly and respecting each team's expertise. I share accurate technical findings with developers, infrastructure teams, and product owners using concise language. I participate actively in incident bridges, retrospectives, and planning meetings. I provide well-documented evidence when requesting assistance to save time. I listen carefully to feedback and incorporate suggestions into my troubleshooting approach. Strong collaboration reduces silos and improves outcomes. It ensures that incidents are resolved faster and that systemic improvements are implemented. Teamwork also builds trust, improves morale, and supports a culture of continuous improvement across the organization. Consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 24. How do you stay updated with new technologies? I stay updated by dedicating regular time to learning. I follow technical blogs, official documentation, and industry forums. I take online courses and practice in lab environments to strengthen understanding. I review incident postmortems and new features released in tools I use. I also learn from peers through knowledge-sharing sessions. Continuous learning is essential in support roles because technologies evolve quickly. Staying current allows me to troubleshoot effectively, recommend better solutions, and adapt to new environments confidently. It demonstrates professional growth and ensures that my skills remain relevant to organizational needs and future challenges. Consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. 25. Why should we hire you as an L2 support engineer? You should hire me because I combine strong technical troubleshooting with disciplined processes and professional communication. I take ownership of issues, focus on root cause rather than temporary fixes, and document knowledge to help the entire team improve. I manage priorities effectively, remain calm under pressure, and communicate transparently with stakeholders. I continuously learn and adapt to new technologies. I also value collaboration and contribute positively to team culture. My goal is not only to resolve incidents quickly, but to improve system reliability over time. This mindset delivers long-term value, stronger stability, and higher customer satisfaction. Consistently, effectively, reliably, securely, scalably, collaboratively, measurably, proactively, thoughtfully, carefully. L2 support excellence requires technical depth, structured troubleshooting, strong communication, and continuous learning. By mastering these questions and answers, candidates can build confidence, demonstrate real-world readiness, and significantly improve their chances of succeeding in competitive L2 support interviews.